Welcome to part number 8 of the Mega Man X4 Kirby Challenge. Now we're going after Frost Walrus. And I gotta say, Frost Walrus is my least favorite Maverick in the game. I don't know, maybe it's just because in the last game we had a Maverick so similar to this one. I mean, Blizzard Buffalo is, almost identical to Frost Walrus. And look at that, there's Blizzard Buffalo right there, frozen in a nice little sculpture or something. They do that throughout the stage. There's a few cameos. I think Chill Penguin shows up, and one other one I can't remember off the top of my head, but regardless. I don't know, it's just, they seem so similar that I just feel like it was a wasted Maverick. I feel like they could have did something better with him. But, it's not the worst thing they've ever done. Also, just like Blizzard Buffalo, Frost Walrus is incredibly easy. In fact, he is definitely the easiest Maverick in the game. In my opinion, anyway. I don't know. Some people seem to think Web Spider is the easiest, but I don't know. Frost Walrus doesn't do anything, and he's so slow. I don't know. He's very... Actually, you know what? He's also very similar to Frostman in Mega Man 8. And I believe these two games came out around the same time. I think they were pretty close together because I know the voice actor for Mega Man and X are the same. I forgot her name. It's like Ruth something. Regardless. Speaking of that, I think the voice actor for X it's just a terrible fit. I mean, really, it doesn't suit X at all. It works great for, classic Mega Man because he's supposed to be, sort of a young kid. But X is supposed to be, sort of the teenager adult version of Mega Man, so I feel like he should have a better voice. A voice that's more fitting. They kind of fixed this with X5 and X6. I mean, they do a better job there. It's still not perfect. I don't think they really hit their stride until X8 and Command Mission. That voice actor is amazing. I love him. His name is like Matt Gartha or something like that. He is amazing. I love his performance in Mega Man X8, Maverick Hunter X, and Command Mission. I think he's great. The voice actor in X7 is... Oh, it's awful. I mean, it is awful. If you haven't heard it, go listen to it. It is so bad, it's funny. Anyways, back to Frost Walrus' stage. This stage isn't too bad. You just kind of have to figure out where you have to go. The second half is definitely harder than the first. This part isn't so bad. You kind of just have to figure out the correct way to go. There are a few flying enemies that can hit you. They do shoot projectiles, so watch out for those. Also, make sure you pick up the weapon tank, which is hiding in one of the ice cubes or whatever. Once you get past that area, you have the hardest part of the stage, and that's because there's this one enemy that will freeze the entire screen you're on, and then some icicles appear on the ceiling, so you gotta watch out for it all. Just be very careful, move slowly throughout this part. If you're very cautious, you should be fine. The enemies here aren't too threatening. There's just a bunch of Metools running along the floor, and the flying enemies I mentioned before are also here, but sometimes you can get between a wall and that will block the projectiles, so if you can, take advantage of that. I wouldn't recommend trying to go after the bird that freezes everything. It just seems too risky at this point in the stage. I would recommend just taking it slow. It's not like this is a speed run, so just take your time. You should be fine. Don't worry about him freezing the stage. It's not like the ice will make the platforming sections harder. It really doesn't. Just take your time. You should be fine. And overall, this stage wasn't too bad. It was pretty, middle of the road. I wouldn't say it was among the easy stages, but it definitely doesn't rank up there with some of the harder stages. So, it's just average in terms of, it's average relative to all the other stages in the game. But Frost Walrus is very, very easy. Even without his weakness, he is very easy to defeat. All you need to do for this fight is run underneath him with Rising Fire. Then he just skids along the floor. What is he doing right there? Seriously, look at his face and try not to laugh. I mean, what is going on there? I don't get it. It's like, is that supposed to be a counterattack? It looks so stupid. I don't know. If someone can explain that to me, go ahead. I feel free because I don't get it. But as long as you're using Rising Fire, you should be just fine. Like I said, even if you're just using the X-Buster, he's a joke. He really doesn't have that many attacks, and all of them are very easy to dodge, so yeah. You don't even need to practice Frost Walrus. He's really easy. And yeah, if you struggle with Frost Walrus, then yeah, you shouldn't be doing this challenge. That's all there is to it. Anyways, by defeating Frost Walrus, we get the, what's it called? I think it's like we'll see in a second right here. I don't remember the name of it. I was gonna call it the Frost Shield, but that's the terrible weapon from X3. No, it's the Frost Tower. And basically, with this weapon, you are encased in a shard of ice, and it looks really cool, but it's not that effective. Anyways, we'll be seeing it in part number 9 when we go see Jet Stingray.